being famous. I just wanna be stable, tell my family we made it. I was coming from my spot, a young had to be patient. Now I'm running up, these bands can hit the island for vacation. I've been know my haters, you could say I'm constipated. 5 racks on his fit, just to stunt while I'm in Vegas. On my body, shout out to my Caleb Young. Got the cake up, now he's wanna date us. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo.
What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. Keep the rest. Hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Brando Javinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New Orleans Saints and the Miami Dolphins. Here's the punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now it's Tannehill. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Throwing now is Breeze. And Thomas has it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. You know, early on this year, we thought that Michael Thomas might threaten Marvin Harrison's record of 143 catches in a season. Didn't quite get there, but he did lead the NFL CD, 125 of them.
And he's smart enough to make sure he's attached at the hip with his quarterback, Drew Brees. And they connected on a staggering 85% of his targets, the highest percentage of any quarterback-receiver combo in NFL history. It definitely justifies his social media handle, Can't Guard Mike. Whether slinging it And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
For the Miami Dolphins, Charles, you think back to last year. They stayed in it much of the season. Week 14, that shocker on the final play versus the Patriots kept their playoff hopes alive, but ultimately they didn't make the playoffs. Going to have a new head coach. What do you think moving forward?
And weren't we all surprised after that win against the Patriots that they lost their last 3 games? And as you noted, cost Adam Gase his job. This team has not won a playoff game since December 30th, 2000. Head coach, Dave Wanstead. Quarterback, Jay Fiedler. Wow. That's a long time ago. They've got to find a way to correct that, and they'll be doing it with new administration up front, a new head coach, and maybe a new quarterback.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. He missed on his first 3 passes. There's 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Parker, the intended target.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Kiko Alonso coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be third down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On third down, Mark Ingram. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to break up fourth. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
CD, before this next drive gets going, the Pro Bowl took place January 27th in Orlando. Third year in a row that the AFC has won, and really the third year in a row where the weather in Orlando has not been too kind. It was ice cold 2017, and then downpours the last couple years.
Yeah, in addition to it being cool as well again this year, so rain and cold. That hurts the crowd a little bit, but still, this game has evolved into what I would call a crazier type NFL game. Quick whistles to make sure guys don't get hurt when there's tackling going on. How about receivers playing defensive back? Defensive backs like Jalen Ramsey catching touchdown passes. And to cap it all off, when they awarded the MVP trophy to, I believe, Patrick Mahomes, it broke.
Indeed, it was Mahomes, the MVP of the offense. Jamal Adams, MVP of the defense in the 26-7 AFC victory. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Off play action, Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Tannehill. And Amendola with a catch. Past the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ken Clowley. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. It was looking that time for Stills.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Well, as they get ready for this next drive, we shift our attention to a little Super Bowl conversation. The 3rd time that the Super Bowl, Charles, going to be played in Atlanta, and the Patriots had 35,000 folks come out in Foxborough before departing for a little rally.
How about that? You would think that would be a fan base where it might be a little bit blasé about the whole thing because they seem to go just about every year, but they continue to use their rallying cry. They hate us because they ain't us. And as for the game itself, February the 3rd, I can't wait. I'll be there to call the game internationally one more time. Just remember, this game is 17 years to the day.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Breeze. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Breeze. Buying time to his left. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now Possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Out to his left, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On first down, Drake. This near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? On the handoff, it's Gore. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll give it to him up the middle. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. He's got Amendola. Touchdown, Miami. Danny Amendola from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Sanders now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means...
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Kiko Alonso in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Brees going to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Brees. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, partner, after the conference championship games, there was a lot of talk about the overtime rules, understandably so. Do you think that anything needs to be changed in the NFL overtime situation?
I don't think.
And the pressure gets to Brees as he's taken down. Akeem Spence breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 3rd and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here. Brees now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Got a man, it's Amendola. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Dolphin first down as Tannehill is on target to the former Patriot Danny Amendola.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And he's got it. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Sanders now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He struggled. His team has struggled. You talked to me a lot about looking to your leaders. Maybe it's time for him to put his mark on this game.
Agreed. And how that has to happen is somehow he's got to flush out everything that's happened so far and almost start over and get back to that confident level and know that he can play the game, because so far this has been a real struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the interceptions, trying to turn it around. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th. Youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's the largest gap between coaches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, and when you think about it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by T.J. McDonald. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And, Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
A good pick up there, 26 yards. Take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Good set. Ready, check.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, good move. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
I used to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Akeem Spence in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Shotgun now for Breeze. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. 3rd down here. He misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet, arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Hills hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Off to on fumbles. You look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team. It's caught. Stills right side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crowley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, while we have a second here, how about we get bold and make a couple Super Bowl predictions? Hey, why not? Let's go ahead and put ourselves on the spot.
Just more fodder for the angry people. What do you think? Who's going to win it? Who's going to be the MVP?
Well, my prediction for this one is the New England Patriots win the football game.
And my goodness, another interception. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They come out here in the eye. He's going to get it running right. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Ready?
Here's Tannehill. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
Flushed out right, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Tannehill now to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jamario Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got him pinned down deep.
Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. On target over the middle to Hill. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Breeze now on 1st down. Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
He's a little too aggressive there from his Mike linebacker spot.
Sometimes you jump in the gap trying to draw them off sides. This time he tricked himself.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Throwing now is Breeze. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Breeze now to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Ready. We're waiting. Ready.
Now Breeze again. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 18 yards there and a first down.
Good set.
Again, it's Breeze. Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, a 22. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Breeze to throw again. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A.J. Klein not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw it to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still fourth down.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They snap it to Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on fourth down to the fourth quarter with a lead. But, hey, you get it as a coach. You look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
Von Bell up to make the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third.
For me, that was an example of why offensive linemen might want rear-view mirrors at times, because you have your assignments to block, but if you can...
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. To throw is Tannehill. And the pressure gets to him again. Sheldon Rankins forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. So they'd converted their first 2 fourth-down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this again?
Encroachment defense.
Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
Now Breeze. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Now Tannehill going deep here for Stills. And that is incomplete. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it.
Pulling up in that new toy, the wrist on that boy, rock star like Pink Floyd, waving at rude boy, I'm waving at you boy, ran off on the two like True Goy, imagine me do boy, you could never do what I do boy, still ducking that I did boy, in Paris for a hit boy, these ain't the same type of hits boy, can get boy, you don't take these type of risks, boy, cause this boy been throwing that like rich boy, you miss, boy. Your numbers don't add up on the, that was 10 years ago. If you know, you know. Yeah. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. This thing of ours, oh, this thing of ours. Her fraternity of ringing off. I just happen to be alumni. Too legit, they still looking at me with one eye. The company I keep is not corporate enough. Child, you ain't orphan enough. A rapper turn can't morph into us, but a turn rapper can morph into Puff. Dance contest for the, I predict Al Roker. If you know, you know. I only ever looked up to, you all get a bird, this Oprah. Players in ball shorts, coaching from the side of the ball court. If you know, you know. One stop like a Walmart. We got the for the wrong sport. If you know, you know. If you know about the port, though it's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we for circle round twice for the encore. If you know.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Madden Elites and the Madden Legends. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Throwing on first down is Brady. And his first look is incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From midfield, here's Brady. And he floats one there, incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And now it's second down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football. But a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Brady. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. Goes underneath for Bell. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
20!
They'll go for it. It's Brady. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way. A nice catch there by Jerry Rice. And when you look at the yardage he compiled in his NFL career, it seems staggering at 22,985 yards. But let's put a little context with it.
Yeah, we ran the numbers earlier. Larry Fitzgerald, who was contemplating retirement this past offseason, would need 7 more 1,000-yard seasons to break Jerry Rice's record.
That's context.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When Tony Gonzalez makes catches, sometimes I feel bad, like it's almost routine. And that's really not what the deal is. This is a guy who has to work his way open on every play because he's such a featured guy. But he's also a guy that throughout his career, there's a little bit of a loyalty and a soft spot for Kansas City, his first team. When he went to Atlanta, did you know he kept his mouthpiece from Kansas City, which was kind of that yellow that goes in the Kansas City uniform? Not in the Atlanta uniform, but he kept wearing.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw right side is hauled in by the tight end Gonzalez. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Young with the give to Sanders. Finding room to the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And there's the first carry of the game from Barry Sanders. His burst, his bounce, absolutely iconic. That guy moves in directions most people aren't able to do.
Career rushing yards are crazy, over 15,000, and the only player with 5 1,500-yard seasons. Just incredible. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a broken tackle could not free it. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's Steve Young on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. Randy Moss, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Young. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he...
And he will score. It's a touchdown. Randy Moss from 6 yards away. And the Madden Legends are in for 6. Morton Anderson now for the extra point. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Anderson now to kick this one away. The Madden Elite's offense coming back on the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
On play action, it's Brady. It's caught. Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kevin Green coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Play action. Now it's Brady. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Here's Brady to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brady's saying let's go as he'll hustle him to the line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Madden Legends offense trotting out again.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run with Barry Sanders. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Now a second down throw for Young. That one complete to Barry Sanders. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, we have a second, Charles. The Patriots, of course, back in the Super Bowl, getting the 37-31 victory over KC in the AFC title game. Great game, but you know, the Patriots.
You know nobody believes in them.
Yeah, right. They're playing that underdog card, but I thought it was funny because after the game, they asked Tom Brady, "Were you guys just trying to use that for your own motivation?" He said, "No comment," because they were. They know they're not the underdog.
They know it, but when you've been that great for this long,
you need something.
You've got to find something different. And Tom Brady, I've got to give him credit. Somehow he made his team buy that and believe in it when no one else in the country did. And I think it really started with their first playoff game this year when the Chargers came to town. I know I picked the Chargers against them. A lot of people picked the Chargers. They took that as, well, no one believes in us. Everyone thinks we're not as good. They were just wrong about that part, as we were wrong about the Chargers beating them.
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Brady's saying let's go as he'll hustle him to the line. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And Jones has it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. The final shot before half for Brady. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Steve Young and his Madden Legends offense heading out for their next drive. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On second down, Young. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Young and Rice hook up for a big one, 47 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee. Play action now. Here's Steve Young. That's going to be caught. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Tim Brown, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Madden Legends will extend their lead.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
Anderson on for the extra point. This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Anderson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second
half? Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half...
Into a double team, and it's...